Because it's starting on the episode heavy with some good weekend, I got the vinyl. And I'll be playing it on repeat. Hence why I got the vinyl. Like, it's such a good vinyl. I love this album. It's not even an album, it's an EP. If you haven't heard this EP by The Weeknd, My Dear Melancholy, listen to it. It's got bangers. The songs on this, Call Out My Name, Try Me, Wasted Times, I Was Never There, Hurt You, and Privilege. Privilege itself is such a good song, bro. Like, it will have you deep in life. And this is my third The Weeknd vinyl. I should probably stop getting The Weeknd vinyls now because, yeah, I should probably switch it up. But, and you know, I was mad. I was in London when I got this vinyl, and this was like to treat myself. I went to town. I went to Ballroom the other day to just look around, and I was looking for this vinyl because I really want to get it. If I was to get one like vinyl from The Weeknd, I'd get this one, and I was looking for it, and it wasn't there. I was like, all right, cool. But now that I realize I got this vinyl, I'm like, damn, I should have got McGee's album, Two Star and the Dream Police. But there's always next time. There's always next time. But yeah, this is a phenomenal album. The sound that it has, it's like, it's just it's just melancholy, bro. It's just dark. It's sad. Oh, it's just very expressive of how it feels, of the breakup that he was in. He was in a relationship with, he was it Bella or Gigi Hadid, either one of them, and it wasn't really a good breakup. To the point that while he played at Coachella and he was singing either Waited Times, Privilege, or Call Out My Name, one of them, Broski was crying, bro. And I hear it because this will leave you crying, man. Like, this will have you crying. When I was in a breakup, I was listening to this album like on repeat. So yeah, man, listen to this if you haven't because it's a good ass project and you'll enjoy it. Trust me. Welcome to episode 67 of the Perspective Podcast. Yes, episode 67. It's episode 67, guys. Laugh it up, laugh it up. It's that meme. Yeah. Episode 67, but we've been doing this for 67 weeks. To every single person that's been tapping in, thank you. It means a lot to me that you guys are watching this video and you guys are tuned in. We're here to do this consistently, consecutively, and we're still here. So I really appreciate you for tapping into the videos because it means a lot to me, and we have quite a few things to talk about: music, running, whole lot of things. And while we get onto the start of this episode, I gotta show you guys something. Your boy brought the medal back. Your boy brought the medal back. I ran the Manchester Marathon. We got that medal. Did it in 3 hours 32, which is a good time. But yeah, man. We did the marathon, bro. We did it. Honestly, it's coming up to 2 weeks since the marathon. It's one of the best experiences I've ever had. It was so fun. Like, so fun. At the start, I was listening to my music. So yeah, I had a playlist going on and I was just listening to my music. However, it wasn't too loud to the point that I couldn't hear anything, but I was able to hear people, and it was just a good vibe. You got your music playing, you're flying. You're just flying, bro. The weather is nice. You can't complain. And bro, it was a good experience. On the week, during the week, I was nervous, very nervous. Made a YouTube video by it if you want to tap in. I was very nervous. The day before, nervous. The day of, nervous. Like, you get that nervous butterfly feeling inside that you just can't explain, but that was there. We still got it going. I made sure to be at the front for this marathon because, bruh, we get this opportunity, you may as well use it to the max. And here we are with the medal. And I wanted to get 3 hours 24, but it didn't happen. And there's always next time, there's always next time. And I'm very optimistic because I believe that I can get 3 hours 24. I believe that I can get quicker than 3 hours 24 on my next one. If we did that for this one, then we can do that for our next one. And one thing I've realized is like the training that you put into these things, bro, it gets like, you get that reward. You get what you put in, and I'm proud of this medal. I'm proud of the timing that I got. It may not be the time that I wanted, but we were not far off, which it could annoy me even more. But hey, I'm happy we got that time because, yeah, man, like, it was not even easy as well. I was just, after like 35 kilometers, it just was going downhill. I'm gonna just tell you about the whole marathon process. So start running now, and I was running really slowly, like just getting in the rhythm, and it's flowing well. You know, you can't complain. The weather's beaming, and yeah, just running. Like you can't complain. Remembering what we train, but to an extent, you kind of just forget that because it's like, bruh, you know what I mean? Like you kind of just forget that, but we still managed to go out there. First few kilometers we're running. Every 10 kilometer we was having our gel, strawberry and lime, I think. W electrolyte SISA. It cooks. It's very nice. The texture, people say the texture isn't the best, and I agree. But for that flavor, that shit's amazing. So taking in everything, there's so many people that be running this marathon. Like it's ridiculous that it's just mental and it's overwhelming that you're just thinking. There's so many people. I don't know how to explain it, but there's so many people that is like are just running with the same goal of getting to the finish line. 40,000 people just with that one idea in mind to get to that finish line. And it's not easy. It really isn't easy. It's very difficult, but we still get it done. Got a few cramps while I was on the run, and it was not fun. Very painful. But the side of me just was not stopping anytime soon. If that meant for me to slow down a bit more, I'd happily do that. But yeah, it was a perfect run and I enjoyed it. I mean, I wouldn't say perfect. It's difficult. The things that you train while marathon training, it's nothing like the marathon day. It really isn't. But it's entertaining and it's fun. When you actually stop listening to music and take everything in, all you hear is just consistent cheers. And shout out to the people that just watch and spectate the marathon runners because yesterday I was in London for the marathon, the London Marathon, and I was one of the spectators. I was watching my boy's missus. Shout out to her, bro. She cooked. And bro, as a spectator, it is like honestly, this may sound dramatic, but I'd rather be running a marathon than spectating a marathon. You're just standing there, you're standing still, moving around, trying to get the best view. And because it's London, it's just busy. So busy that you like it's difficult to get to different places. You gotta get on the tube to go to somewhere else. You're waiting 15 minutes to an hour to get to one location. You're stressing, thinking, damn, have I missed them? You're on the app scrolling, like refreshing the app, the London Marathon app, just to make sure that you're seeing the person that you want to see. And the signal's so bad that you like it's just everything is just going wrong. The people that you with, like you're trying to ring, call, text, it's just going left. I was just watching like my boy, he was getting all the phone calls, messages, and I was just there just enjoying it. But obviously it's stressful because it's like you can't really hear people. You don't know what's happening. You're trying to get to one location, but it's taking us a while. Like that is the one thing I'll say. That is the con about the London Marathon. It's not as good as you think it is. If you're gonna watch a marathon, you may as well just stay in one location because, bro, it is just difficult, bro. Like it's more difficult than actually running. It was a good experience to be there. The weather's nice. It's mad to see how many people were running this marathon, and to anyone who did the London Marathon, kudos to every single one of you because that is not easy and it was hot yesterday. And I will do the London Marathon one day. I want to do it one day. I don't know when, but we will do it. I entered into the ballot. I did not pay for the extra. We will see. I'm doing the Manchester Marathon next year, so it's like, may as well just do that. But if any opportunity comes down for the London Marathon, I will be there. But I'm gonna have the mindset that we're already through the ballot. As I continue to say, it's not easy. Like people were literally throwing up, walking, fainting. Like it's literally the modern day war zone. It's the modern day war zone, and yeah, it's not easy. But one thing I'll say for a marathon, like you've got to train. You've got to train because it's dangerous. It's not easy. There's no way you're gonna do minimal training to no training and expect to do a marathon. Sure, you probably will do a marathon and you'll get that medal. But bro, it's more difficult to run like 6, 7 hours than to get it in like 5, 4 hours. Because bro, you're running for that long. That's not good for your body, bro. Like you may as well train, bro. Like train. There was someone like, well, I don't know the guy, but one of my boys, misses acquaintances or friends or whoever, they they did not train for this marathon and 18 miles in, they backed out. Like they DNF'd, and like, bruh, that would actually make me sad, bro. Honestly, I'm that stubborn that I'm not DNFing unless I completely pass out. Like, I'm crawling to that finish line. I'm marathon training and having that discipline. It's not easy. It's difficult, but the marathon is more difficult than the training. The training is the easiest part. It's just getting it done, you know. So yeah, anyone who's gonna do any marathons or just train, at least like train, bro, because you'll feel. I mean, you won't feel better after the marathon. You'll cramp up, or your legs will just feel stiff. But it's worth doing it. Like, it's worth training. Speaking of training, I've only just recovered from the Manchester Marathon. Legs are functioning well. I'm doing the Birmingham Half Marathon on Sunday. So we're getting another badge to our collection. We're getting 3 badges this year, which is insane. That's the most I've ever done any competitions for running in my life. I did, yeah, that's the most I've ever done. So I'd encourage anyone to, do like a marathon or something, or a half marathon. Get yourself out there fitness wise and just do it. It's fun. It's exciting. Of course, like, it's not easy, but when you do it, it's lit. Check that list and get it done, because you never know what it may lead up to, and you'll physically test yourself, and you'll surprise yourself too. That after you've done that, you're thinking, okay, if you can do this, then you can do anything. You'll continue to stay disciplined with your eating, and you'll continue to just be a better person onwards because you put yourself through that test. And yeah, man. So I'd honestly recommend for you to do a fitness competition, even if it's a 5K or 10K. Like, do it. You have to. Drake is about to drop Iceman. Iceman is about to drop. Man, we are so back. The way that he did the rollout, he did a full bunch of ice blocks in Toronto. It's a sick idea. And he was like, whenever the ice melts, wherever, you get the album release date. Within a day, someone literally like flipping broke the ice, and probably, I don't know how he did it, drilled or whatever he did. He got that he saw the release date, and the drop for the album is May 15th, and we will be there. I really don't know what to expect. And I remember for a few podcasts back, I was talking about when my prediction of when he's gonna drop it, and I said it's such a Drake move for him to do it in like spring going into summer, or that type of period. It's such a Drake thing to do, to juxtapose. What is it? Juxtapose. Is that how you say it? To do like a major. It's a Drake thing to do a major juxtaposition, like do it in spring, summer, when the album title is called Iceman. Obviously it makes sense to drop it in winter, but he's Iceman dropping in summer or spring. Like, I hear it literally the month before spring. I hear it. It's called Iceman, right? We're gonna be listening to this during May. The weather's gonna be nice. Is the album gonna replicate the mood in terms of, is it gonna have a summery vibe to it, or is it just gonna be complete winter vibes? Because that is like, it's kind of mental, to do that for that. But I don't know what to expect. I feel like for the album, I feel like Drake is gonna cater to every single, like, not everyone, but he's gonna cater to his audience. And his audience, he has a big group of audience. He has the techno, he has the R&B, he has the hip hop, he has like a whole bunch of like the genres and types of vibes that he can fit into, so he can have fun with this album and do whatever. And I feel like this really may be his like redemption arc type of album, because everything that went down after the beef, he lost. Let's be honest, he lost. But I feel like he has a lot to prove on this album, and especially with how things are going, he has a lot to prove basically. And I'm intrigued to see how this album is gonna pan out. I'm excited for it, especially for the features. I was watching a podcast by Mallory Bros, and they were saying that they don't want Sexy Red or Yeet, and I agree. I do not want them on that album. I don't think I want Pie Next Door on that album, because we got a joint album from them last year. Like, we don't need that. We don't need that. In an ideal world, I'd love to hear Travis Scott on that album. I'd love to hear The Weeknd. I'd love to hear Justin Bieber. Or nah, you never know. Nah, I'd love to hear anyone that, like, Drake fucks with anyway, but just not Sexy Red and Yeet. I'd like to hear Yeba, for her to just like do her thing. I'd like to hear Lil Wayne, even J Cole, even though that probably will never happen. But I'm open to any feature that Broski wants to put on an album. Chris Brown, I don't know, The Weeknd. Oh no, they're not boys. Damn, it's actually weird how all of this has happened. That he doesn't really have friends in the industry. Literally, that song aged like fine wine because there's literally no friends in this industry. He's only got his people and Yeet and Sexy Red. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this album's gonna pan out. I'd really love for this album to have transitions. If it's gonna be Iceman, I just love to hear like transitions of like winter, of like ice. Not the way Views was, but I just love to hear transitions into the next song. It really makes the first listen of an album special. That when I remember an album, I always remember the transitions. For example, More Life, Views. I always remember transitions for albums like that because it's sick. It really is a good memory of an album. Like Metro Boomin, how he does his transitions. Like, you've got to have your transition, bro. Even if it's the ones that like the song ends and it literally goes into the next song like quickly. Like, those transitions are sick, and I'm here to hear that because that's what makes the album better. So transitions is what I want to hear. I haven't listened to the leaks for the album. I don't want to hear the leaks, but I'm excited to see how this album is gonna be. I don't want no which one type of vibe an album. I would like to hear like a what did I miss? Like a vibe similar to that, but hey, whatever he's got to give on this album, I'm here for it. I am here for it. I do really like Drake's music, of course, is my favorite artist. But that is changing. I don't think I've been listening to him that much this year. And I'm intrigued to see how who my top artists are gonna be this year. I feel like Travis is still gonna be there, Sam Fender's gonna be there, McGee's gonna be there. But like I don't know who else. Recently I've been listening to a band called The Backseat Lovers, and they have an album called When We Were Friends. The album is perfect, bro. They have a song on there called Olivia, Dugout, Watch Your Mouth, and The Pool House. Those songs are like, it's such a good vibe that you've got to listen to it. And it's mad, like, these songs are like, it's indie, it's alternative with a little bit of rock. But those type of albums there, I like them. And it's mad to say that because it wasn't my bag. Like, it wasn't something that I listened to a year ago, but here we are. I mean, the first one I really listened to was Sam Fender, and then it just grew and grew even more. And now I'm like tapping into most of this stuff. So yeah, man, it's mad how things just change in terms of music and just ear palettes as you grow and as you learn. That's one thing I'd say, like just being open to listen to different songs. It's something that sets you apart and no one can take that from you. So if I was to give you two pieces of advice, run a competition or a marathon or half marathon, a 10K, 15K, whatever, and switch up your music taste, but like not force it, listen to something different. You never know, you may like it. And my nose is really itchy. I literally thought I was in the clear with hay fever, but now it's just back and I don't like it. Tapping into bands has been a pleasure. Like now I tapped into Pantera, Pantera. I don't know, Pantera. No, I don't know how you say it, but I tapped into them. I tapped into Kings of Leon. I already knew their like songs like Sex on Fire and the other one. I forgot what it's called, but I already knew them ones. Like that's like saying a Michael Jackson song like Thriller. Like I already knew them two songs because they're very popular. I know rare for me to even know songs, but yeah, tapped into them. Who else did I tap into? Limp Bizkit being tapping into Deftones, be tapping into like so many different bands that like, bro, it's mental how many bands we're tapping into, and like it's turning into like rock. And for that to transition to that is crazy. The first band that we tapped into was Oasis, and for it from to go to Oasis, and then it went to David Bowie, then it went to Queen, and then it went to like then he went to who else? Zach Bryan. Then he went to Morgan Wallen. Like it's gone all over the place. That like I don't even know what's gonna be next, but I'm just letting everyone comment away what or who they want me to tap into, and whichever gets the most comment or whichever gets the most like, I'll do it. That's the system that people don't realize. Whichever one gets the most likes on a comment, that's the one that I tend to tap into the most because that's clearly what you guys want. And I see the comments when people like asking me to tap into a band, but like, damn, you know, I got to cater to the one that's getting the most from people, because if that's in high demand, then I'm not gonna miss out on that. So yeah, I know there's a lot of bands that people want me to tap into. I gotta listen to Smashing Pumpkin somehow. I gotta listen to Smashing Pumpkin at some point. I will. There's another band, Blink 182, Green Day. Like those, I've not tapped into them, but I will at some point. And I've been enjoying tapping into different bands and just listening to them. Of course, it's not my usual style. It's not my music. The music that I listen to literally is this album here. But yeah, man, like tapping into that different bands has been a pleasure, to the point that we are now on 90K on TikTok. Like that's crazy. And yeah, thank you for every single person that's been watching the videos and even just tapping into the podcast. We've been growing, and I thank you, because for something that is a passion, it's actually growing day by day, and I don't even realize what's happening, but we're doing something. So thank you. It means a lot to me, and I don't know what is next, but one day at a time, we're just gonna keep doing what I can do best. Recently, I've been doing top tens for artists that I listen to quite a lot. For example, Drake, Travis Scott, Kanye West, um, Migos. Well, this is like the rap style of content that I still do. I do it mainly on Instagram, and I get comments like, "How do you find these songs?" And honestly, I just listen to their albums, bro. Like, just listen to their albums. I tap into the New Music Friday on what has dropped every time. Like, New Music Friday on Spotify is one of the best features. I've been using that since like 2016, 17, when the whole like when the whole Spotify interface was completely different. It's really changed over the past few years. Release Radar and New Music Friday have been just the playlist features that I've been using to make sure that I'm up to date with music. I'll be listening. That's actually mad. Like the New Music Friday that just went past, there's been a lot of songs that have been dropping, especially from bands. For example, Bashed, Bleach 93, Blossoms, Malcolm Todd. There's another one that dropped. Kalani dropped. There's another band that dropped that I forgot to mention, but those are the ones that I remember. And it's actually mad how that these bands are actually phenomenal, and I'm grateful that I got an opportunity to interview Bashed. They've got that album coming out in October, and we will be there to listen to that. The way that they've done their music is sick, but all these bands that are coming up, they deserve all their love and praise. The song by Tooth is like catchy as fuck, especially the ending. I like their melodic soft tone that they got to their music. I got the chance to see Tooth while they were opening up for Keo. Keo are another phenomenal band, and they need to drop their album at some point, man, because they're taking their time. But keep tapping into different bands, guys. Listen to different music. Open your music palette. Tap into something out of the ordinary and just explore. There's a lot to explore in this music world, and you never know where you're gonna end up enjoying or who you will end up listening to. Just get out your comfort zone. That's one thing I'd say, and don't let it stop you. No matter your friendship groups or just no matter who, don't let it stop you from tapping into something different just because your friends don't. I think you listening to something different is brave, and it takes courage and confidence to do that. We all get bored of listening to the same thing. So yeah, don't be scared. Like, listen to things differently, and you never know, bro, it will be your favorite type of music without even realizing. I still love like rap and R&B. Like, that's still my favorite genre, but all these other genres that we're listening to is like, it's amazing that it's good to like switch between genres. It can be so trapped, and it can be boring just listening to the same thing every time. However, if you like what you like, and you don't listen to other things, then that's for you. That's okay. You don't need to like all these other genres, but whatever suits you, tap into something different and just expand the mind, expand the ears into a different style, different taste. Even listen to Karol G, anybody, like, yeah. So don't let that stop you from listening to something different. It's about to be made. Weather is starting to get better. Get yourself out there. Honestly, this week, well, Monday just started. I was on a train back from London, and I was so tired, bro. One thing I do when I'm on a train is like I always journal, and yeah, just it's like a good recap of how the trip has been, to just like see where our head is at. And Yeah, man. Like journaling is just like it's an amazing thing to do. But sometimes when I'm on a train and I'm journaling, because the train sometimes just be moving, like my hands just goes somewhere else, bro. But it's got to be done. Why I journal, you ask, is because I've got a lot that goes on in here that I need to just let out. Creative wise, mental wise, physical. Like there's just so many things that I've got to let out that I can't keep in. Sometimes just writing it out and then speaking it out loud, it helps my mind because, and it's like a good way to manifest, just to keep things going because yeah, man, there's a lot that goes on and yeah, journaling really does keep me in, like keep me sane, running, just being aligned with those things because without those things, bro, I'd be finished. This is actually the first podcast in 2 weeks that I've filmed because the past two that you watched were like really pre-recorded like 2 weeks ago, but this one is fresh. So hope you guys are doing well. You know, staying on top of your business, like doing whatever you need to do every single day. Don't let nothing or nobody stop you on this journey. Nothing. Like I've been in this phase where like I'm still growing and learning and maneuvering. And I'm like, okay, what path is the best one to take? It can be so difficult not knowing what path to take, but I just leave it all to God. I tell him and I'm like, you know what? Do your thing because you know more than I do. I don't know what I'm doing, but all I do know is that something is happening. All this problems, trauma is like leading to something else and just one day at a time, just gotta keep showing up. I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know the answers, but one day at a time, you know, being around good people, good genuine people, keeping me on track, keeping them on track, giving a service of love, actions like that's my goal or my objective because bruh, life is difficult, man. And sorry, man, always just really itchy. Being able to live and do what you love, be around good people is important to me. And without those things, without God, without staying in touch with the word, I'd be nothing. It's a struggle. Every day is a struggle. This time last year, I was in LA. It was an amazing trip, but I was struggling. Like, it was not the best, but you learn from your experiences. The World Cup is happening this year, if anyone didn't know. The World Cup is nearly in like 2 months, and who's actually got tickets for the World Cup this year? Who's going to the World Cup game? I'm going to the France versus Norway game. It's in Boston. Never been Boston before, but I'm intrigued to see how it's gonna be. But yeah, the tickets for a World Cup game are not cheap. Look up for yourself, bro, because they're not cheap. And I'll be honest, I'm not gonna pay for a World Cup ticket from like Vivid Seat or Seat Geek or none of that stuff unless they're paying me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not doing that because is it even legit? You know, and it's for like a World Cup game. It's not like say it's for something else. Like it's a World Cup. This is this is something that like you know what I mean. Like it's a World Cup game. This is serious. So yeah, who's actually going to the game? These tickets were ridiculous. That I don't even want to mention it, but who's going to the game? This World Cup lead up has been a bit weird, especially with all this politics and everything going on. It's been weird. This is a lifetime opportunity, and was actually not gonna go, but I can't not go to it. My friends low key forced me to go, and I'm grateful because if they didn't, then I wouldn't be going, no matter how much the ticket costed. So, yeah, World Cup, we will be there this year, and damn, yeah, this year couldn't be more of a side quest trip. Than I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I think I'm gonna call this for the end of the episode 67 of the Perspective Podcast. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you all for tapping into the episodes. It means a lot to me. Thank you for everyone that's watching and just being tuned in. Yeah, this is a community that we're growing day by day, and yeah, I see a vision that it may take time for people to catch up, but when they do, we will be there. And yeah, thank you for tapping in. Thank you for listening to the episode or watching on whatever platform, and I'll see you guys next week.